Morning, welcome back to Betty's channel. She's doing the do as always. Please give us a thumbs up, give us a like, give us a subscribe, drop a comment below. Tell us what you all think. It's been a few days since I posted a video. That's because I've really done out. Betty is still waiting for the starter motor to be connected. It's fitted, but as I said in my last video, I just can't get up and under. Anyway, Rick's coming to that on Saturday, which is 2 days away from now, so it's not too bad. But in the meantime, the weather's been a bit shit, so I've not been able to do much. But today it's nice sunshine. So, the job for today is I'm going to try and fit this. A lagun table leg. But it's not really a lagun because they're expensive. So this is a copy off eBay. It was about 90 quid. All the same bits. Bends and twists the same way as a lagun table leg does. I'm hopefully they're going to be installing it down the side of that bench seat there. I want to see if I can do a few other bits and pieces on Betty today as well, but we'll see. But for now, let's crack on with that. Comes with quite a few bits. That screws to the underside of the table, and that will fit on top of that. I've not made the tabletop yet, so I still need to do that. Actually, no. That piece fits on top of that. And in this pack of nuts and bolts, there's that plastic lug that will go into that. That will go up through there, and then that will sit on top of that, so you can twist it round and stuff like that. This one screws to the wood, and then this groove here slides onto that groove there, which you can clamp so you can move it up or down. That action there, got that in it. Not sure what that does, because I think when I got it, I don't know what I've done with instructions, but it's pretty straightforward really. You can't really go wrong. And there's enough space behind the driver's seat for it to fit. Right, let's crack on. It's been my little toolkit that I built 2 vans with the exception of the odd saw and jigsaw. But that's what I do my little £10 an hour business with. Please check it out on YouTube and Instagram, just at £10 an hour. Well, that's my basic toolkit. I fix everything with, replace everything with, and build vans with. So yeah, all that. Got drill, screwdrivers, drill bits, all sorts in. So, let's start putting this together. That's it basically put together. That's the plate that screws onto the support. That top bit twists, and that top bit twists, so you can basically twist into any position that you want. So let's take the plate off again and screw it to something. Just figured out what this plate's for, and it is to go on there, which if you've not got thick wood like I've not got, because it's a bench seat and it's just cladding, that will clamp on the back and spread out the weight a bit. Good diarrhea, whoever made these, I can't remember, but Bruce Lauderdale, another YouTuber and Instagrammer who follows me, suggested these as an alternative to lagun, so I got one. Let's see how it fits on. The pack of bolts that have come with them are about 4 inches long to 3 inches long, something like that, which are way too big for that bench seat. So I've got my trusty box of nuts and washers, so I'm just going to fit some smaller ones in. Could probably use them, to be honest. No, maybe these, they're a bit longer. And I might bolt it from inside the bench seat out, because it doesn't really matter if the bolts stick out a bit, but it matters if they stick in, because I've got stuff in there that's going to be difficult to get out. So yeah, right, we'll do that. Not a washer. So, first job, place that on the inside of the bench seat, mark it, drill it, bolt the bugger up, and then hopefully make a tabletop. Probably going to make it out of 18mm ply, which is what I made the worktop out of. That's the base plate on from the back, and that's the base plate on from the front. As you can see, the bolts don't really stick through very much. I think I made the right choice there. So let's get the leg on and see what it looks like. That's on and fixed. You can raise this leg up or down using that lever, and obviously you can twist it whichever way you want. All I've got to do now is work out what size of tabletop I want. Now obviously it can't be that big because it will hit the driver's seat. So I need to think about, I mean it might even hit the driver's seat as is, and I might have to move the driver's seat forward every time we use a table, but it's trial and error. And when we're in transit, better to transit, because you see when we're in transit, when we're moving, this will come off and store behind the driver's seat. Or I could leave it up, depends. Depends how far that comes back. I've got a feeling that it's going to interfere with the driver's seat. So it may be a case of having to take that off as well. I don't know. It's trial and error. It's trial and error. Van build is not an exact science, like I said before. So it's a case of messing about with it. I might even have to take it off there and put it on the front. I don't know. Let's see how far driver's seat goes back anyway. Right, driver's seat doesn't go back enough, so it may be a case of dropping that down when we've used it. I don't know, let's have a look. The driver's seat has gone back enough, so I think we've got enough to play with. But when we stop and we're using the table, I think the driver's seat needs to be pushed forward a bit, which is okay. That's not a problem. I want to see how we get on with it. And then, if I need to change it, I'll just change it. And if it means bringing the plate around here, I'll have to bring it around here. Move that USB socket to the other side. Because obviously I have 6 holes in there now. Which is, okay, you can't see them. But I can use one of them for the USB socket, because there's still plenty of wire to move it around. There's probably enough wire to move it across here, actually, to here, to this one, and have the plate right on that corner. So that's an option. But for now, I'm going to make a piece of tabletop for that. Again, it's going to be rough. It's not going to be the finished version, but we'll see how we get on. Right, I've set the seat to my little legs for the clutch, so I know what I'm at. So I've just wheeled the back of the seat forward a bit and raised the table leg up, and to me that's at the right level for me. I have my tea, doing a bit of work, not that I do any work, but I can do a bit of work, or I can plonk my phone on the table and watch YouTube or something, and then move it round. Ideally, when the passenger seat is swivel round, the table is long enough for someone who's sat there to also use the table, but I'm not sure. Other than that, I'm going to have to try and do it off centre and do like a longer table. I don't know. I think for now we'll call it a table for one, and then when we get to spinning the passenger seat round, we'll see what it's like. Because that's at the right height, belly wise. Because there's still like another 18mm to go on top of that. But at least one person can sit in, have a tea, or do a bit of work on laptop. You know, when we become full-time YouTubers, we'll rethink it. Not that ever is ever going to happen. Never know. Yeah, I've moved it. And I think that's a lot better. Still at the same height as before. I might even mark the leg to make sure we can reset it to the height. So, it's now moved this over this way a bit. So, I can probably build a foot table either side of the swivel. The driver's seat's back in the position where I drive. And the several options when we're driving is drop the leg down to the floor. I mean, the option every time will be take that off and stuff it down the back of the driver's seat. And then just drop this down. Or take it off, back of driver's seat, push that round there. Let's just take this off. I'll do it one-handed. Yep. I'll just leave it at the height it is and just put it around there. But I think the safest option will be to drop it down. But it means that when the passenger seat is spun round, whoever sat at this end, if I turn the table that way, or like that, we'll be able to have a tea, do a bit of work, not that we're doing it. And then, still going to be too high though for passenger seat. Get a booster cushion, I suppose. Booster cushion. But I think the main thing is that two of us can be sat where I'm sat now, one there, one here, and have our tea or do a bit of work, not that we're doing it. So yeah, I like that. Yeah. So all I've got to do is move that USB socket now round to the back of the driver's seat. And there we go. That's what it looks like from the front. Spin round. Spin round. It's fairly well made. If I can remember, if I can find the link, I'll put it in the description below. Drop a comment, tell us what you think of a lagun copy. It's not really a lagun copy, it's a different company, but it's the same sort of principle. Can't keep saying lagun copy, that's copyright that, or some shit like that. Right, let's dig out some 18mm ply. Tabletop made out of an old scrap piece of 18mm ply. It's probably not the finished version. I've just screwed the support plate in. Let's see if it fits. Okay, that's the off-cut cut. Off-cut cut, so what I did then. It twizzles round. Might have to cut a bit more off that edge so it fits a bit better. It's on an angle, but whoever sat in the passenger seat may be able to have a tea or something. It's big enough. Like I said, it's just an off-cut, so I can cut it down or replace it with a different piece. But it's at the right height if we want to do any work. Not that we do any work. See what I did then. Let's have a look at it from the other side. That's it from the other side. Pulls out. Like I just said, I can angle these a bit better so when the passenger seat is in this position, it's not interfering with it. Which I might do actually. And then when it's turned like that, oh, it does miss the driver's seat. That's not so bad. Yeah, yeah, I like that. So when it's travelling, I think it can either go there, like that, out of way, or I can lift it off and put it behind the driver's seat, which I might do now. Let's just see what it looks like. Pull it out. It's probably shouldn't be too much of a struggle to get in there. Just turn it that way and then get yourself comfy. And as I say, it can go up or down according to the height that you need. Yeah, like that. So I'll get that varnished. I'm going to cut, I think, a bigger angle on here to match that one. Yeah, we're going to do that now. But let's just see what it looks like behind the driver's seat. That stores away alright. Obviously can't go any further because of the that little rod piece that goes in there. But that's alright. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Right, let's cut them other two bits off. Clean up. No, I can't clean up because I need to move that USB socket, so let's do that next. I think this is the finished position, lengthways. And there's like enough room between my fat belly and the passenger seat for someone to have the tea on. It's not going to go anywhere. There's even probably still enough room to get out. Yeah, probably. I'm happy with that. Right, let's leave it there for a minute and sort this USB socket out. I'm happy with that. Still plenty enough room to get through. Like that, even if you turn it a bit. But yeah, one sat there. One sat there. And if worst comes to worst, I can either build a movable storage box as a seat, sort of same height as that. But to be honest, it's going to be lower because we're going to have a thinner cushion on the bench seat when I can find one that's cheap enough. But main aim is to get the seats turned round so we can both, or two people, can sit at the table comfortably. Yeah, that'll do. Curtain shut, so it's nice and cosy. I'm actually quite impressed with that table. Just, I might end up having to put another piece of wood behind the bench seat just to reinforce that, but we'll see. We'll see how we get on. It's a work in progress, as all van builds are. But that'll do for now. I'll just move that USB socket around the back so it can be accessed. There, behind the seat. Well, that's it for this short little video. Just sorted the table leg out and the tabletop. Moved the USB socket. As you know, van build is not an exact science. It's always evolving. Things are going around in your head. You know, what's next, what's going on, what can I change and all that. And that's what I've just done this morning. Anyway, check my power tools out. Thanks for watching. Please give us a thumbs up, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Drop a comment below, tell us what you all think. It's all good in the hood. Keep doing what you do.